What are your thoughts on the Olympics with skateboarding, like skateboarding in the Olympics? Or you don't really have any?
The Olympics is funny because my friend Dallas is competing to go to the Olympics, but I don't really care. So, but I can see how passionate he is about going to the Olympics, and so, like I'm his, like it's like I'm not competitive, so I don't care about contests. I don't care about beating anyone. I don't care about being the winner.
Just do it for fun.
I'm just having fun, and I am competitive with myself, and I do want to achieve certain things. But I think the Olympics is good because it will expose a lot of people to skateboarding, and maybe the government will put more money in to make more parks. And I think it's good for skateboarding. But me personally, I don't really care.
I'm kind of in the same vein. I don't also really care.
Yeah, if I don't have DSTV, so I won't even watch it.
Neither do I.
Maybe I'll watch like a clip online, or like if Dallas gets into the bowl thing, I'll watch it because my friend's there. So if my friends are there and they're competing, then that's cool. But otherwise, I don't really.
I'm kind of the same vein as you.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm kind of worried about in the Olympics is you get people that just starting skateboarding just to be in the Olympics, not really to because they want to skate.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna
But I
have.
feel like you're gonna have that with every sport.
You're gonna have to be pretty good to get in the Olympics. So. Yeah, but I mean, skateboarding is different now. Hey, like my school of skating is like, it's like the Nala lifer dudes. Like, we all covered in tattoos and we don't really care much. And now you have like sports skateboarders that, are like go to the skate park and they do a trick 40 times and they train. And that for me is pretty foreign. It's a weird thing, but those are the people that will go to the Olympics. And and people like me will skate backyard pools, and I don't know what they're doing, they don't know what I'm doing.
Doing it on your mission.
It's just a different thing. Yeah, it's just everybody finds their corner that they like, and there's no right and wrong, it's just what you're into.
Who do you think from South Africa should compete in the Olympics? Like any skaters you think deserve it?
Yeah, well, who should and who cares? I don't know. Like, I think for bowl skating, it would have to be like Jan or Dallas. Because when it gets to those big 10, 12 footer bowls, I think those are the only two dudes that will really do us proud. And when it comes to street skating, there's a few kids that are motivated and like really want to do it. Like Jean-Marc, he's out, bro. He wants and
he travels to.
He's doing it like he wants to do it, and he's gonna do it. And because he's so driven and he's so focused.
He's one of the few guys in South Africa that should take skateboarding like seriously as a job, like as a manager and all that kind of stuff. He takes it.
Yeah, well, like as I say, it's a different path. It's like totally different to the path I've taken, but like good for him. That's what he's doing. But who I would like to see there, I think it'd be awesome to see Moses at the Olympics. Whether he'll get there or not, I don't know.
He made it really big.
But I'd love to see Moses at the Olympics, getting a medal. That would be awesome. And I think he has the skills to do it. I just don't know
if he cares.
If he has the drive or the opportunity to actually go overseas and compete and build up his points and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, nowadays I've seen from him from Instagram and just seeing him around. He doesn't really seem like he cares that much about contests as much as he used to.
Yeah, I've kind of known Moses since he was about 12, and he's just always been exceptionally good, but just really quiet and keeps to himself and just a silent shredder. He doesn't make a lot of noise, and he's just silently loves skating and kills everything. It'd be cool if somebody went to him and said, "Hey Mosey, okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it. Let's go to the Olympics." Or,
do you think he should get a manager?
I don't know.
Managers can mess with the person probably.
Yeah, it depends what you do. Like, I don't know. I was never a professional skateboarder, so I would never really know what. I would never like. I've always like just
And you're,
chatted to my sponsors myself and figured out where I want to be and what I want to do, you know. Yeah.
I feel like if you're close to the sponsors, like you just chat to them, it's probably more personal and you can, easier to get things and easier to do what you want to do with them.
Yeah, I suppose it's like if you're trying to pay rent out of skateboarding, I think it's a lot more stressful. Then you've got to go get sponsored by Equal Dog Food and Dove Soap and,
John Walker's managed to get sponsors outside skateboarding, like Vita Cafe.
Well, that's what he's done, so he can pay rent and stuff, Whereas I figured out when I was a kid, I went to America for a year and I kind of figured out like, hey, you know what? I'm never going to make a living out of skateboarding. I need to come up with a backup plan. And that's why I went to film school. So, I've always been sponsored and skateboarded, but I've been paid to skateboard, but I've never been a professional skateboarder, because the only way you truly are a professional skateboarder is if you get your name on the board. A company has to put your name on the board and turn you pro.
Okay.
So unless you've got your name on the board, you were never pro. So
I qualify being pro as getting paid.
well, there's lots of different ways of thinking about it.
Like I qualify you as a pro because you got to get paid and do most of the things
Yeah,
normal pros do.
but from where I grew up in my generation of skateboarding, you have to have your name on a board. And I just was never a part of a board company,
But you never had a board sponsor.
Well, yeah, I never had my name on a board. So yeah, you get paid and you get flown around the world and you do all these things, but are you truly a pro skater? It's like, it's a matter of opinion. Because you could put your name on a Peaches board and say, I'm pro. So it's like, being a pro skater is like, it's never been important to me. As long as I'm traveling and I'm with a good crew of friends and we just hitting some rad spots, like that for me is what's important.
I feel like nowadays with the whole having a name on a board thing, kind of like they put people's names on the board just because they that kind of person's name would sell boards and that kind of thing. Not really because they want to make that guy a professional.
Yeah, I suppose like in America, when they turn guys pro, it's a big deal there.
I'm not saying it isn't a big deal.
Like also when you turn pro, if somebody puts your name on the board and you turn pro, you want it to be legitimate. You want to back it up with the parts. You want the whole world to be ready for you. Like with Jamie Foy and Zion, when they turned pro, it was like everybody's waiting. Like, hey, when are they going to turn pro? These dudes was killing it. Like, when's it going to happen? So that was like, when those cats went pro, it was like a big deal. It was like, oh, they're pro. This is deserved. There's a lot of I know when we were making Talents documentary, we interviewed Lance Mountain. Lance Mountain was saying like in America there's 5,000 pro skaters with a name on the board, but only 40 of them are paying rent. So you can have your name on a board, but you can't be making enough money to pay rent, so you're working at the Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of the same with the article I read about a YouTuber who's so big on YouTube that can't have a real job because people will come up to her when she's working at like Starbucks and she can't really work there because everyone's like coming up to her and asking her to get a picture and ask her questions.
Yeah.
But she's not making enough money with her YouTube channel to just do that full time.
Yeah. So what is a professional? Is a professional somebody that makes enough money to pay rent? Or is a professional somebody who gets paid some money? It's like it's like an undefined thing, especially with like content producers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So do I care about being a professional? No, I don't.
You just do it for fun.
I do it for fun, but it's just a part of me. I'll skateboard forever. I'll never stop.